Hey there, Littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty. Here we are again. It's been a while. Also, let's turn that music down, right? I can't ever remember if the music goes off on its own. There it goes. I can remember buttons. Yay! I'm so excited to be here with you guys. It's been, oh my goodness, it's been 2 months at least. I don't think I've seen anybody since our New Year's Eve show, so almost 2 months at this point in time, and I have missed all of you so much. I did just turn off the music. Thank you, sir. Quite the different look. So yeah, I have so many stories to tell you guys. I know that it's only been 2 months, but it feels like it's been a lifetime. Let's see. We moved everything back in from the garage for a plethora of reasons, but one of them was because the garage flooded. Whoopsies. Everything was fine. Nothing got hurt, but it kind of gave us a realization that we were really not in a position to have the equipment for the show out there, and we wanted to dedicate the space to, especially since we're only doing this once a month. TK is messing with the camera. I think I'm too short. He based it off of himself. So, hey, look at that. There I am. Look, and there's Gur. So the garage semi-flooded. We had a huge, heavy rainstorm. Water came in underneath the door. We realized we couldn't have all that equipment out there. Plus, we wanted to dedicate the space to the dye studio so that when we do vlogs and stuff, it's easier to show it off versus having everything cramped in there. So we've moved everything back inside. Here we are. We've got the studio set up in here. We've got a photography station. We've got a shipping and handling station. So we're good to go. Thank you, Abby. Hello to all of you as well. Mwah. I missed you guys so much. Or missed you, I guess. Let's see, what else has happened? I had surgery last week. Don't worry, it was just oral surgery. We knew it was coming. It was to get that canine out. So that's been taken care of. We're going to move forward. These braces will come off someday, I promise. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then I was back at the ER. Was it the ER? Urgent care last night. Because I was working in my garden. I stepped on a rusty nail. I just finished my antibiotics for my oral surgery the day before yesterday, and then they had to put me on 2 sets of antibiotics starting yesterday because I stepped on a big old rusty nail. Hi, Matt. How are you? Let's see. I can't get through all of you because there's so many lovely faces in here, but Matt, Elizabeth, Abby, Carmen, Emily, Opp, Allison, oh my gosh, Rat, Michi, Ginger, it's good to see you. Catastrophe, maybe I can get through everybody. Emily and Samantha, I think that's everybody so far. At least everybody I can see. So yeah, it's been a crazy few months. It has been an adventurous few months. Plus, we've been getting things put together for the show, and so this is how this is going to work. We have one big live stream for the public a month, just like this, and it'll usually probably be at the end of the month or the beginning of the month, depending on what's going on. And then we have a craft along night for our patrons. So if you're a patron, you get to hang out with us on Discord and we just craft. It's like a knit night, crochet night. The last one was really chill and really cool. And what's neat about it is I'm not running it. Like, you guys all, patrons can have their cameras on, they can have their microphones on, and we all just sit there and chat and hang out. It's really, really nice. And you guys get to start before I get there. You can go longer than I'm there, which is what happened last time, because yeah, it is, and it's wonderful. I really enjoyed it. Hello, JK, Moonbow. So good to see all of you. Let's see. And so this show is going to be a little different than what it used to be. It's not just going to be me knitting or crocheting or whatever task I'm working on. I'm going to open it up with where I chat with you for a little bit, and that can be longer than it normally is because this is a Friday night and I can go longer, and we have so much ground to cover, right? I'm going to talk a lot about the business. We're going to talk about vlogs and tutorials and events that might be coming up in the next month. I'm going to show off whips. I'm going to show off my finished projects from the past month. I'm going to show off things I'm excited to get started on. We're going to have a much larger show and tell. Show and tell is still going to happen towards the end of the evening, but it's going to be a longer amount of time, and we might go over. That's totally fine because it's a Friday night. And I know a lot of you have to work tomorrow. I'm sorry for that. We are starting the show an hour earlier than we used to because I also got a promotion at my 9 to 5, and my new shift ends at 3:30, so I'm able to start earlier, which is really helpful. I'm also working out of the house, which I haven't done in, oh my gosh, since before COVID. Hi, Miss Monster. So yes, we have a lot going on tonight. I'm going to show you guys some finished objects. I'm going to show you what I'm working on. I have some lovely alpaca that JK sent me months ago that I want to show off to you guys, and I have some pictures of the adorable little alpacas that go with it. I have a very, very exciting reveal for all of you. Our patrons already know about it. Shh, don't tell everybody. And we also have a giveaway. Not really a giveaway, but you guys have been doing your sock along is what I'm going to call it. It was the summer and fall craft along. We finished that up, so we need to give away a $50 gift card for who won that. Aye, aye, Captain. So my producer says, Murray says that I need to lead off with my big reveal, and then we'll show it off later again. So as most of you know, we do a boxed set once a year. Well, we're hacking that. We're not doing a box set once a year. We're probably doing 2 box sets a year again. Last year, it just felt like a bummer not having that extra box set. Even with the fiber kits that we did and releasing Floof, I just missed having that extra box set. So we're going to have a spring box set and a fall box set again. I really think that's the way to go. And so the big reveal tonight is to you all that we're going to reveal to you the logo for this spring's box set and clearly what the theme is. So I'm so excited, you guys. Let me get this prepped so I can pop it up for you. I hope you're all ready for this, because I'm more excited about this one than I was about Doctor Who or our witch themed one. So you got a promotion too. Congratulations. Here we go. There it is, you guys. It's the Fibers, the Dreamers, and you. Oh, I don't have a little person down on the bottom anymore. That's weird. So used to having my face down there. We'll figure that out. Anyway, this is going to be a Jim Henson experience. We are celebrating Jim Henson and the Creature Shop. So it's going to be Muppets, Sesame Street. We're talking Labyrinth, Dark Crystal. And we're going to release this in April. And the way that we're going to do this is you guys are going to have a lot of options. So last time with the Doctor Who set, we did 2 boxed sets. And you had to pick one or pick both, right? We're kind of doing the same thing. You still have to buy a boxed set's worth, but we will have 10 skeins of yarn for you to choose from. And you can choose whichever 10 skeins you want. There will not be a kitty glitter option in the base box set. It'll be 5 skeins of Cat's Cradle or BKDK or Floof. You guys get any of those 3 options. So you can buy a BKDK box set, you can buy a fiber box set, which would be Floof, or you can buy a Cat's Cradle box set. Because they are, there's no kitty glitter or specialty fiber in there, they are a little cheaper. They're $145 for the BKDK and for the Cat's Cradle. Floof is $150 because Floof costs a little more anyway. What's up, TK? You can only pick 5. There's 10 to choose from. I said there's 10 to choose from. You can only pick 5 per set. So you choose your 5 out of those 10. If you want to color twice, you have to get 2 box sets. You can only get 1 color each time in a box set. So up to 5 colors, but you can only choose each color once. We're already going to have to make a BK order now. It's just going to be more. Fraggle Rock will be in there as well, Elizabeth. You are correct. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's so funny that you say that, Miss Monster, because it is time to light the lights. Because if you are a kitty glitter fiend, much like we did with the witch set, there will be an option, I believe, for all kitty glitter or all specialty fiber, and that will be the It's Time to Light the Lights edition. So it's 5 skeins that you choose from out of 10 options. Exactly, Allison. If you're a patron, there is a specialty fiber and kitty. There will be 2 options for specialty fiber and kitty glitter fiber, like we normally do with patrons. So patrons will have 2 additional colors that they can choose from, 1 for each. You can only choose 1 of them for each set. So you'd have a 6 skein set, and that one would be in kitty glitter or the specialty fiber. I hope that makes sense. So we'll have those specialty skeins, but they'll be patron exclusives. Patrons will also have their early access, but we are cutting that down to 24 hours instead of 48 hours. We've found that people tend to not buy in that second day. And so it's just time where nobody can purchase. You know, most of our patrons have already purchased on their first day. This way, we're giving the public a little extra time. It should be available for the full month. We're going to do the release. I think TK and I said, let me look at a calendar real quickly here. It's going to be in April. It's going to be April 5th. So April 5th will be when we do our big party. So that'll be that live stream. Let me get out of this and go back to full host. There we go. So you just hope that there's Bowie inspired yarn. I mean, there will be labyrinth inspired yarn. I'm not making any promises. There are a lot of options to choose from. We're also going to be doing a flash sale for patrons on Snuffy and Henson and Oz, so that if you want to purchase some of those to go with your box set, you will be able to. I'll have more details on that. You'll have to ask John if it will be in the budget. I feel ya. That's why we're trying to give you guys some warning too. And we're giving you guys the whole month. I know a lot of people put their tax money towards things like this. I know people get paid at different times during the month, so we really try to make it an option throughout the month for you guys. But there are so many options, and we're so stinking excited about this. TK and I have to sit down and make a list, and then there's going to be some fisticuffs because we both have our favorites. If you're a patron, we will have a poll that goes up probably next week, which will have 6 colorways on it, and you guys get to choose the 2 that you want to be your kitty glitter colorways. Pants Magic or Dance Magic. I feel like they're both the same thing. Oh, I know Goblin King would be the obvious name choice. My naughty brain says Pants Magic Pants. That's pretty fantastic, actually. We'll probably miss that party. Inventory at work. You can always watch it, watch the, God, why can't I think of the VOD? Whew, words. It's been a hot second, right? You can always watch the VOD for sure. That will be available. Early warning for saving our extra pennies. Exactly. So in there as a patron, you should could order all 12 colors. In there as a patron, you could order all 12 colors. And as a non-patron, you could order all 10 of the normal colors. So yes, there is that option for both of them. The 2 kitty glitter colors that you order, you will automatically get one of those. No, you don't automatically get one of those. I'm sorry. You can only add one of those to your box set. So you'd have to get 2 box sets in order to get both of those colors for the kitty glitter colors. And I'm calling them kitty glitter colors, but you can get them in floof as well. I know, it's so much stuff, right? But we'll get the details sorted out for you. There's a new thing for our shop that'll make it really easy for you guys when you go to purchase as well. Make it easier for us too. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about when I keep talking about floof, the yarn that was featured in the picture on Facebook and Instagram was made out of this. This is floof. This is a new product that we are carrying. Let's go to our workspace right here. It's so empty. Let's just bring some stuff in. There we go. So this is a new product. This is Craft Girl Summer. It is 100% BFL. It is not superwash, and there's it's a 4-ounce braid. And it is a dream to spin with. I'm not just saying that because I've dyed it, but it really just, I've spun with this color, I've spun with Larkspur, and I'm doing Ectoplasm right now because I'm going to apply those 2 together. But it's an absolute dream to work with. I can't find the hat right now. I was going to show it off to you. It's a fractal spun hat, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. Like an Advent, but a box. Exactly. You're getting all 12 and doing a box set blanket. I love that, Emily. Oh my gosh. You know what? You get the first confetti. There it is. That thing I thought wasn't starting for another hour is now. Miss Monster, it was still good to see you, though. Oh, I love you guys. So, so this is an option. You guys can get floof as your option for your box set. We are making that an option moving forward. We're really excited about that. TK decided to, why not? He didn't bring me the motor, but he did bring in what I'm working on currently because we said we were going to talk about whips. So this is technically ectoplasm. This is a throwback ectoplasm because somehow it got these little rust spots on it, which are really neat. But instead of putting them in a grab bag, I decided to just go ahead and spin it up because I'm going to apply it with larkspur anyway. Here's the larkspur. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to apply it with larkspur anyway, so these little rust spots will just look like they're coming out of here. I'm really trying to make sure that I have enough of this stuff spun up to show off for display pieces. You know, I want to show off skeins of it, and I also want to show off finished projects for it. I bought a spindle, but I haven't used it yet. I can't wait for you to use it and to know what you think about it. Thank you, Allison. You'd love to see a Fire Gang inspired color with Elizabeth. That is a definite must. Yes. I think that is one of the colors that I'm going to offer to the patrons to vote for. And then if they don't choose it, it will end up in the base colors. But I think it would make a really great luxury fiber or kitty glitter. So I'm throwing it out there. That's kind of how I'm doing that. Is the colors that I'm giving the patrons the option to choose from. A lot of those unchosen ones will end up in the box anyway, but those are the 6 colors that I think would make the best luxury or kitty glitter colors. So that's how we're going about that. Okay, let me just get this back here. I'm just gonna throw this over here for now. I had to get a tetanus shot yesterday when they looked at my foot because I hadn't had one since 2015. So my arm hurts really bad. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Okay. You guys are scared you're going to mess it up. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about that. You're not going to mess it up. I promise. I purposely chose BFL when I chose what fiber to go with because it is a spinner's dream. BFL is a fiber that people who spin on a regular basis still really enjoy using. Like, it's a nice high quality fiber, but it's such a great beginner's fiber. It's really easy to work with. It's gonna look artsy, it's gonna look chunky, you're going to have funky areas, and that's okay. I want you to embrace that, and I want you to enjoy it. So please don't be afraid of it. Just take it out and try it. Watch the tutorial that we sent with those as well. That might help out a lot. We are gonna redo that tutorial because it was not shot very well, but it gives you the idea of what you're supposed to be doing. And it has some tips and tricks in there as well on how you can try drafting and then spinning and drafting and then spinning. You don't have to do them at the same time. So don't be afraid. I want you guys to try those. And that's why we made beginner kits, so that you guys had the opportunity to, you know, get down and dirty with it. So as far as finished objects go, I finally finished my Le Pouf. I'm so happy with it, you guys. It's so beautiful. I'm going to show this on the table because I have more space there. So this was the craft along we did last year, and I procrastinated on my second sleeve. Well, we moved is what happened, and I couldn't find the skein of soot I had been using. I finally found it. So I finished the sleeves finally. This is the Le Pouf. I used, all of this is Boss Kitty yarn, but I was weird. I actually did colors that we don't have. They're not in existence. So like this color right here is a gray base with some blacks and grays on it. Then I went into Buttons and Bravery. This is like a dirty version of Henson and Oz. Then I did Final Frontier, and then I went into Soot. And I have to tell you, Soot and Final Frontier together, that might be my favorite section of this whole thing. Hi, Disco, how are you? So good to see you. And then I brought back, because I'm very selfish for myself, I brought back Teenage Angst, and that's what I used on the border. And I wear this thing all the time. My one complaint is that I did not make it a little bigger. The shoulders on it are not for broad ladies, broad-shouldered ladies. So it kind of likes to fall off right here. I do wish that I had had a little more stitches in the shoulder area. So if you are making this and you're basing it off of your bust, if you are a little more broad-shouldered like I am, let me put this on so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If you're a little more broad-shouldered like I am, as you can see, like it fits everywhere else, but right up here, if this was a little more open, that would be great because it likes to slide back right now. It's not the end of the world. It does mean that I don't generally wear it when I'm going out places because it's not really going to stay on. So it's become kind of a homebody sweater. But I mean, look at these sleeves. It's totally fine that this is a homebody sweater. I have no complaints about that because, I mean, I get to just get cozy with it. It's so stinking lovely. Thank you, Coco. You guys, congratulations to Disco Fibers. They are opening or have officially opened a brick and mortar shop. I don't have the exact address, and I know that that would just be for local people here in Oregon or in Washington. But if you want to throw that in Discord, where your new shop is, if you're in our Discord, and let everybody know when the grand opening is going to be, feel free to do that. You're more than welcome to. We'd love to be able to give you that shout out. You struggled with the show. Okay, it's not just me. Yeah, and I thought about going back and fixing it afterwards, but honestly, I've been working on this thing for almost 2 years now. I'm not going back and fixing it. It just is what it is. I'll live with it. But I'm glad it wasn't just me. Got me circular knitting needles, and I haven't... Oh, yeah. I'm super proud of him, too. Allison, for sure, have some confetti. I'd give you flowers, but I don't know if that button works yet. So yeah, this is my finished object. I finished a bunch of other stuff too. I finished, let's see, I finished the hat that I told you guys about. I finished 2 sets of socks, not 2 pairs of socks for the holidays. You guys saw one. The other pair, I don't have them because they were both gifts for Christmas or for the holidays. What else did I do? I did a cowl out of some more hand spun for my neighbor. I made... There was something else in there. 2 big chunky hats for friends for the holidays. I was very, very, very crafty this holiday season. And then there's what I'm working on right now, which we're going to get into. And then I'll put it away so I can chaff the alpaca. See, and this is how this show's going to go. It's just going to be a chill little thing where we hang out. Yeah. No. TK is very excited about where your shop is. I think he's excited. He's shocked.
It's awesome.
He says it's awesome. He's very excited to go check it out. So this is the Snow Pine by Woolen Pine. I think I got that right. And I am so in love with this pattern, you guys. It's been such a joy to play with. This one I made sure I made extra big for my... Oh my goodness, Gracie May. What are you... That's my sweater. That's not how this works. Now they're going to think that I let you get in my yarn all the time, and I don't. But you are not the sweater kid. TK, help. Oh my goodness. There's a kitty on my sweater. There's a kitty butt on my sweater. You can't get to her. She's purposely put herself... Hey, what are we doing? That's... Your tail is in the shot. Oh my gosh. Well, come here. Oh my goodness, come here. You're so big. Can you say hi to everybody? Can you say hi to the camera? Oh my goodness. If you've never met Gracie, this is... Oh, nope. This is Gracie, and she's being obstinate right now. Because she's an Instagram influencer. Yes, but she's not going to be when I open the alpaca. Because she's going to lose her shit. She is fighting her daddy right now. Bye-bye, Gracie. Oh, everybody says hello, though. It's her sweater now. It really is. She didn't shed too much, though, actually. So this is made out of Tea Time for the sole. That's what I'm using for the body. And then I'm using Victoria and Forest Park for the little speckles. And it looks like a vintage strawberry, which is what I was going for. So this sweater has taught me so many different techniques. I already knew how to do... color work. That was not a big deal. Look at my beautiful floats, by the way. But it did teach me how to hold 2 colors on one finger so that I can do it continentally. That's been a new thing for me. And I don't know what type of color work it's called. I'm sure somebody here does. But where you have like long blocks of color work and then you go to the next one. It taught me how to do that and how to do the raglan join for that, which was really helpful and very interesting. And I'm sure only works in like this sweater. Maybe not. Who knows? But I've really enjoyed it. I'm not thrilled with how the band came out, but that's because it's fingering weight and that it'll look better once it's blocked, I'm sure. I'm not too worried about that. It does have a vintage feel, and that's why I love it so much. And it's fingering weight, so it's going to be super lightweight. I don't know what my obsession is with these high neck sweaters, though, because I put them on and then I'm like, every time. But here we are. So this will be, if we even get to working on stuff tonight, this will be what I work on because this is what I'm working on right now. And I'm trying to stick to one project at a time-ish. One type of project at a time. So like this is knitting, right? And this is spinning. And I don't have a crochet project right now, but let's not say that too loud because we all know what'll happen. Oh, that is Snow Pine by Woolen Pine. I think that's what it's called. Let me double check that though. It's in my phone. Now I have the Muppet song stuck in my head. Bum, 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 bum. What's up, TK? Am I allowed to do that? Will we get blocked on YouTube because I did that?
Yeah.
Whoops.
No,
sorry. Didn't mean to do that. It was stuck in my head. Don't please don't get us in trouble. Disney, I'm sorry.
Screwed.
I'm so sorry. It is called Snow Pine by Woolen Pine. Here you go. I'll do a quick so that you can see what pattern looks like. There you go. Snow Pine, Woolen Pine. And I love that one, but this version is my favorite of the ones that are on here. Isn't that lovely? And that's kind of what I was going for with my colors, but I didn't want it to be black and gray because I have so much black and gray. Excuse me. If I were to hold 2 Kitty Glitter and BKDK, would that vaguely equal Aran weight yarn? That is a good question. So I know that holding 2 Kitty Glitter is the equivalent of DK weight yarn, a chunky DK weight yarn, because I've done that before. I would think 2 DK weight yarns together would probably be Aran weight. That makes sense. That makes definite sense. She says wearing a black and gray sweater. Exactly. Right? So, and then my soundtrack has a gray base as well, which is why I was like, maybe not. Let me look it up real quickly. Let me check something real quickly for us. You guys, we're going to go on an adventure. Okay? Holding 2 DK weights together. Why am I in caps? Yarn weight. Let's see what happens. 2 DK weight yarns held together yields approximately a worsted, heavy worsted yarn weight. So I would say yes, potentially, especially since you're actually holding 2 fingering weights together. Let's see what happens for that. Holding 2 fingering weights together, yarn weight. I gotta put yarn weight in there because I don't trust this. Approximately a DK weight yarn. 2 sport weights held together yields approximately a light worsted. So I think you'd be pretty close. You might be a little lighter than you want to be, but it does say a heavy worsted, which is kind of what an Aran is. So I think you'll be fine. Definitely worth a try. If you have some at home that you're thinking about using, or even if you're not thinking about using those colors, if you have some at home that you can, like, if you've got one thing of kitty glitter and you take one end of it and the other, and then you hold that with some DK and just do a swatch, it should tell you. Oh, yeah. JK is correct. You will definitely want to swatch it, for sure. Absolutely. Okay. Sweet. Look, you guys, we learned something. That's the whole point of this. Did I shut everything down? No, I didn't. Good. Okay. So I have fiber, you guys. I have such delightful, beautiful fiber. It's dirty, and I'm okay with that because it means it smells real good. It's alpaca, which means it doesn't have a bunch of lanolin in it, which, you know. I do want to get some unicorn scour and try it out on the sheep that we still have. That might be, I don't know if that'll be a patron show or if that'll be one of these live events. Stuff's not cheap, so I have to look into it. I mean, we're going to pick some up, but, you know, it'll just be a bit of purple yarn behind you, but you're realizing it's the lights. It is, yes, it is the lights. I have 2 lights right here that TK can change the colors on. All of the colors behind us are being affected by those. You can see them on my hands, technically. And look, you can tell that he's changing them right now. But you can tell what's blue light reactive when he has the purple or blue lights up because it glows like this and that up there. That's really funny to me. Anyway. Did you miss the announcement? Yes, the box set, but I will go back over that again here in just a few minutes. We're going to look at these great alpaca, and then we'll go over the announcement again. Okay, so let me get Discord open real quickly. Because she sent me pictures because she's the best. Okay, so Spats. Let's show you guys the picture of Spats first. Here's Spats. Spats is adorable. And here is what Spats' fleece looks like. So this is 4 ounces. Oh my god, it smells so good. And it is dirty, but like I said, that's fine. Look at this. It's so beautiful, you guys. So he's this lovely dark chocolate brown color. And then he gets a little sun-kissed up here at the tips. Oh, it's really pretty. And it's really soft. It's not matted really badly or anything. There doesn't look like there's a lot of coarse underhairs or anything, or hairs on it or anything. Like, it's a nice cut. It's really beautiful. So that's Spats. You love my Gur shirt. Doom, 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 doom. I used to have a Dell computer when I was in college, and when I turned it off, I made it sing the Gur song, or the Doom song, and then whenever there was an error, it would scream tacos at me. So, because my Dell was my Gur. This is Miriam, and here's a picture of Miss Miriam. Super cute, right? She's got a little bit of like teddy bear brown going on, and then some patches of darker chocolate in there and some white as well, it looks like. So let's take a look at Miriam. I love her color. Oh my god, she's so soft too. Whew. So far, she's my favorite. Don't tell Spats. But look at all of the... There's so much going on in this, you guys. Like, she's got these lovely white pieces that come through, but then there's this teddy bear brown down at the bottom, and then the tips are this really chocolatey brown as well. Isn't that beautiful? And look, it's got crimp to it. A lot of alpaca doesn't have crimp. And this is like crimp. Is this special, or is it?
It's very hot.
TK made me special coffee, and it's super hot, he says. So I gotta wait for it. We've learned the beauty of a pour over. So the pour French press has not been used as of late. Thank you. I thought so, Rat. Let's see. Who are we moving on to next? Let's move on to Bailey. With a lovely little fawn color. It's like I know these in order. It's really funny. Here's Bailey. Here's Bailey's butt. Oh my gosh, Bailey looks like a teddy bear. They're so stinking cute. The name for the color. Oh, fawn is the name for the color. That makes sense. Yeah, let me get some of this out. This is like true teddy bear color. It doesn't want to come out in one piece, or it all wants to come out in one piece, but check this out. You can't see it because I have this thing on. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It's just feathery soft. Oh, it smells so good too. I'm going to bring this up real close so you guys can actually see this. It's so good and so soft. And that color, that deep chocolatey teddy bear color is just too much. It's funny because I want to spin with this, but I also want to make some of those like little alpaca teddy bears out of it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, he's the one in the video dancing. I'll see if I can find the video and play it. Okay. Bailey is adorable. I'll put these over here so I can still see my screen. I think I've shown 3. Yeah. I have 5 total. So we're going to show Miss Muffet next, which I haven't looked at any of these. I have not opened any of these up, but this is the color through the bag that I was the most excited about. So she is a pretty little gray thing. There she is. She looks so prissy. Even just bringing this out a little bit, there's so much dander on the table. Or not dander, but vegetation, hay and stuff like that, which is great. I mean, I like it. Okay. It's doodled colored. Okay, so let's take a look here. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's so beautiful. It's everything I dreamed it would be. You've got some brown down here at the base. It goes into this lovely, lovely gray color right here. Oh, it's so warm too. And then you have these little dark brown tips. Oh, look at that. This is going to spin up so nicely. It is like a blue-gray. It is absolutely disco. Yeah. Your mom has... Oh, Dawn, I'm sorry to hear that as well. That's brutal. Ugh. Because it gets blocked. I know, right? For Elizabeth, the color, it gets blocked when it's typed in there. I have that problem sometimes too. And then this one is Jeanette. And this says true brown on it. And it is a true brown. Jeanette has a little baby too. Here, let me show you guys. Sorry. There she is with her little baby. This farm is not around here. I will have JK tell us where it came from because she sent these to me. You guys are so kind. You guys send me stuff like this, and I love it. There we go. Teddy, also a blue roan. I couldn't bring myself to share it because it's too pretty. I'm going to show off Teddy. There was Teddy, and there was another one that's not in here. But these are so beautiful. I mean, I appreciate what you sent me, honestly. And the crimp in this, like I said, you don't see a lot of crimp in alpaca a lot of the time, but look at that. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, it's really pretty. And she is a true brown all the way across the board. There's nothing else in there. Oh, you guys, yeah, you could see it. I'm looking at two screens, and on the other screen, I still have the picture up. So I have a few options of what I can do with this, right? I can spin it. I can make little teddy bears with it. I really want to spin it, though, and I don't know if I want to weave with it or what I want to do, but I haven't decided. I want to do a project with all of these colors together because they all work so well together. Look at this, right? And so I have a few options. I could probably figure out a way to fractal spin this, but that would be kind of a nightmare because they're not all together and so on and so forth. I could do kind of a fade ombre thing, right? Where you go from the darkest to the lightest, which would be like... you'd go Spats into Miss Muppet, into Miriam, into probably Jeanette, into Bailey would be my guess. But I don't think I like that either. I think what I want to do is I want to spin them all separately. And then I either want to ply them with themselves, like ply each color by itself, or ply half of it with itself and half of it with the color that's next to it, and then make something out of it. But I think I want to apply them with themselves and do something blocky with it. It depends on how much yardage I end up coming up with, and I might make a pattern for it. But I do want to do a project that is all of these together. I think that would be really beautiful. So that's my plan. What will I do with it? How I disappear? What a great question. But that's the plan, is to go through, and we're going to go through the whole process. So if I don't do the process with you guys on the show live or with the patrons live or anything like that, you will get vlogs of me cleaning the fiber or processing the fiber. You'll get vlogs of me, carding it, spinning it, all of those things. Vlogs, shorts, whatever. Maybe tutorials. And you'll get updates on the live stream as well. So I feel like that's a really good place to actually talk about that. We talked about doing vlogs and doing pre-taped content because we have found on YouTube that the algorithm, that's really what people are looking for. And we certainly need for our community to grow. You guys are all wonderful, and I want for you guys to have more wonderful people here to hang out with. So that's our goal, right? And we struggled really hard. We've been struggling really hard trying to put together a vlog that we feel is worthy of what Boss Kitty is and what you guys are, or what you guys should get. And we started finally putting one together the other day, and then TK had this bad feeling, and so he started looking into it. And the truth is he figured out, and I kind of had it in the back of my mind too, what it is that is driving us both mad about this, why we're unhappy with whatever we come up with. And that is because your basic blog is a basic stitch. is basic, quite frankly, right? Like your business vlogs are all the same thing. They all start the same way. They also have the same type of feel to them and vibe. Are you giving me a kitty? She's not gonna want me. Come here, baby girl. Oh, do I smell like alpaca? What on earth is this, Daddy? Oh, come here, lovey. Come here. Come see Mama. Zuzu's gonna hang out with me for a second. But so we were concerned that we would just get lost in the shuffle, right? Whoa, she just jumped right down. We were concerned we'd get lost in that shuffle, and we don't want to be a dime a dozen vlog that is all the way across YouTube. Like, that's, you end up oversaturating with the same type of content, and that's not what we wanted to do. Yeah, exactly. And so we think that we have come up with a format that works for us. It's a little kooky and silly, but it still has real content in it, which is important. And we're going to try it, and it will probably change a million times because that's how we are. That's how artists are in general, right? Like, that's what we all do. So I don't have a vlog for you tonight. We are working on our first one tomorrow because we have an adventure to go on. And that's kind of what this will be, is adventure-based vlogging. It's not going to be where I sit here and go, I mean, sometimes I'll turn this into an adventure, but it's not going to be like, where I'm like, hi, Boss Kitty here. And this is how my, my yarn drop went this weekend, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's boring. You guys don't need to see that. You can watch that with a million other vloggers. So we're going to kind of spice it up because we're spicy people. Tutorials, we were kind of having the same problem, so I think we've figured out a format that works for those. We are already in the process of recording our first 6 tutorials for you guys, and they're going to be everything from really basic stuff to some of that stuff that you guys are always looking for, like, you know, how do you fix shit on your knitting is an example. What else? Shorts are difficult for us because our brains do this and shorts need to be this. And so trying to come up with a very simple concept for a short is hard. I'm not good at that. But we are working on it. Bailey the Alpaca Dancing is the best blog for tonight. Oh, get it up. BK Quest. Exactly. Exactly. That is exactly what it is, Rat. You would think, Catastrophe, that she's big, but she is still so tiny compared to the other kitties. Oh, it's been way too long since we've had a live stream. Hello, curls. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know what was going on. We do intend to give you guys about 2 vlogs a month, and then normally about 2 tutorials or other miscellaneous content a month, though we're going to drop probably 4 or 6 all at once so that you guys have some stuff to work with. Dad joke shorts, please. That's not a bad idea. I just have to find a way to incorporate fiber into it. So if I can figure that out, then yes. Because we still need it to be fiber-centric to some degree. I mean, there are other interests that I have in my life when we definitely want to share, you know, the gardening, and I've been on a sourdough kick like everybody else lately. But I'm really good at it. And I've been obsessed with fermenting right now. I have so much sauerkraut in my fridge, I don't know what to do with it other than eat it. So we want to share those things too, and of course the kitty cats. So, you know, it might be. Dad jokes aren't a bad idea. I love dad jokes. Let's go ahead and show off our big reveal again for the box set coming up. And then we're going to go ahead and pick our winner for the summer fall craft along. So if you weren't here earlier, we do a box set twice a year now again. Yay for that. So excited to go back to twice a year. And we picked our box set theme probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. TK and I have been sitting on it. We've been very excited. But he got the logo done, and I am ready to reveal it, you guys. I mean, I revealed it earlier, but here you guys go. For those of you who were there earlier, you're doing the Fibers, the Dreamers, and you. We will be doing a Jim Henson inspired box set. The way this set is going to work is that the public will have access to 10 base skeins of yarn of colorways, and you can buy those. A box set is 5 of those colors, so you get to choose which 5 you want for your box set. They are not kitty glitter. They are not specialty in any way. They're base skeins, and they come in Cat's Cradle, BKDK, or you can get your box set in Floof as well. You cannot mix and match the weights, though. This is going to be Muppets, Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, because we're also doing the Creature Shop. So it's everything Jim Henson, right? Like we want to share our love and sing our praises for Jim Henson because he's amazing. However, if you are dying for that kitty glitter vibe, we do have a Light the Lights edition where you can get your box set in all kitty glitter or all specialty luxury fiber. I haven't picked the luxury fiber yet. That's why I'm calling it that. If you're a patron, there will be 2 additional colorways that will be available in luxury and in kitty glitter. And you can add those to your box sets as patrons. And patrons will have 24-hour early access to the box sets. If you want all 10 colors, you're going to have to buy 2 box sets. Box sets will be $145 for the BK DK version and the Cat's Cradle version, and $150 for the Floof version. I will get back to you on what those kitty glitter editions for patrons will cost because I don't have that in my brain right now, but we're releasing on April 5th. What? You told me to. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Kermit collar, we shouldn't call it that. But the frog collar down here is my favorite part as well. TK made this, you guys. I'm so impressed by him. Oh, Mirror Mask. I didn't even think about that. Mirror Mask is technically, yeah, that's in there. I don't know if we're going to be able to hit every single thing because there's some stuff out there that's really far out there. We're going to try, though, but I do only have ultimately 12 colors to choose from. Okay, so now that we have... some more confetti out because I'm so excited. I'm more excited about this one than I was Doctor Who or our Toil and Trouble box set. Let's not get into toilet trouble again. Oh, very excited about it. So if you're a patron, remember you do get those 2 extra colorways available to you. You get 24-hour early access, and starting next week, you guys will have the poll in there for you to vote on which 2 colorways you want to be yours exclusively. And it'll be a poll of 6 colors. It'll be whichever 6 colors I think are probably the best idea for a luxury fiber or kitty glitter yarn. I'm getting in lots of trouble. He's like, that's cheap. I'm like, that's not, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We should talk a little bit about that too while I get Discord up. We told you guys last year that we were going to raise our prices because of inflation. And we should. And we probably will by 2025. But after a long discussion on it, I think we can hold off on doing it still. And we want to give you guys the lowest price we can as long as we can. Because we know that inflation is affecting everybody, not just creators and makers and, you know, vendors. And so if we can continue to eat that cost for now, we will. So right now, our prices are not going up because we love you guys. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I'm going to not show and tell. I'm excited about show and tell though. Show and tell is up, you guys, just so you're aware. So we did a summer and fall make along, and it was sock inspired right here. And these were the finalists, well, not finalists, but these are the people who posted to vote from. And we have votes on here. So Crocheted Hook made these beautiful crocheted socks. I think she used the Alt Knots pattern for them, which was one of the options that you could use. She got 7 hearts. Hold on one second. Elizabeth 84 used the Alt Knot socks in Cat's Cradle Buttons and Bravery. Super cute. She got 9 hearts. You guys, this was the popular pattern to use. Skittles Kid, Alt Knots pattern using BK glitter from the last year's grab bag. So this one right here was a throwback from the Toil and Trouble box set. 8 hearts on this one. Miss Monster, Hobbiton socks in Boss Kitty's Cat's Cradle Larkspur. That's these right here. And there are 2 hearts on that one. And then Hobbiton socks in Boss Kitty's Cat's Cradle 11sies from the Third Age box set, and Snuffy, which I love. I think they look great. And those are 5 hearts. I'm going to show these off to you guys, all of them, just so you can see these. Oh, JK, thank you. We love you guys, and we don't do this just to make money. I mean, clearly, yes, it's a business, but we do it because we love doing it. And I like being able to be a place that can provide fiber to people and yarn to people who can't always, you know, afford fancy stuff. Because I can't always afford fancy stuff, trust me. Frequently, I can't. So here are these ones. So pretty. And then these ones, which I love too. These remind me of Valentine's Day. You guys almost got a Valentine's Day colorway, and then my surgery got in the way. It looks like Elizabeth84 is our winner with 9 votes. Congratulations. I don't know if she's in here, but I will tag her. I think she is, to let her know that she has won a $50 gift card to Boss Kitty Shop. And that gift card works on anything. You can use that for a box set if you want, or to take some money off of a box set. These turned out so well. I love them. I love the way that the green pops on them, and it's just a great pattern. I had a hard time with this pattern, so I'm impressed with all of you guys that were able to do it. Good job, guys. Hello, Elizabeth. Congrats. Very excited for you. Go ahead and contact me in Discord so that I need your email address so I can send that gift card over to you. But that's exciting. Congratulations. What else is exciting about this is that it means that it's time for us to choose another craft along. And craft alongs are obviously going to be different now because we're not meeting weekly. We're meeting monthly, but it means that we can work on them separately and then show them off together. And I think what I'll do is we'll have a separate section for that. We already do kind of, but I will go through the craft along page every show and show that off. So it'll be like a mini show and tell that we'll do. I think that's important. I think it's really nice to show that off and, celebrate you guys because we're trying new things. So I want you guys to start. Hi, Cerulean. How are you? It's good to see you. All my friends are here. I'm so happy. I love that we do this as a community and people get to learn new techniques, and it forced me to make some socks, which was really great. So definitely, thank you. But you guys should start thinking about what you want our next craft along to be. It is going to be 6 months again, which generally turns into 8 months because, we have to vote and stuff. But think on it because we're going to have to pick. And we can go back and do things that we've already done. So like sweaters or hats or anything like that. It's going to eventually happen. Do I have anything else to talk about right now? Can I actually start knitting? Is that a real thing? What? Is there anything anybody wants to talk about? Did you guys have any questions? Anything going on? Technically, it's stretch break time. I haven't done anything, so we'll probably wait a little bit on that one. Vicky, yes. I'm allowing you guys to go crazy with show and tell. I'm sure TK will be like, no, it's going to be too much. But I've already warned you all that show and tell is likely to last a pretty long time. I'm not starting it any earlier. I just figure we'll go later. So it's Friday night. We start earlier anyway. So I don't know if we're going to go 2 hours or 3 hours. It really just comes down to how I'm feeling and how you guys are feeling. So yeah, check this out. Okay, so I finally learned how to hold 2 stupid strands of yarn in one hand. I've been trying to do it this way, right? Like that, where I've just got them both over my finger, and it's obnoxious because it gets in the way and they get pulled over on top of each other. Abby, oh my gosh, happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Abby. Happy 51st birthday to you. Yes, please. When will the grand opening be? He doesn't care. Have a ball. Yeah. Oh, congratulations. So, what I learned is if I take this piece, which is my over-the-top piece, and I take it off my finger, and I wrap it around this way, it's still coming over the top. But because it's wrapped oppositely, they crisscross, and they won't cross over the top of each other, like while I'm knitting with them. So it just naturally works. I don't think I'm making sense in what I'm saying, and I'm sorry for that. Words are hard for me, as you are well aware. But look how much easier this is for me. Oh my gosh. And I know that I've had a few people tell me that there are some even easier ways to do this, and I will check them out, but not in this pattern or not in this sweater because I've already started knitting this sweater this way. I don't want my tension to change. You know what, Carmen? Nope. You guys can, I just want craft focused though. I mean, you can throw a picture or two of family or whatever in there if you want to, but mostly I just want to see what you guys have been working on crafty wise. That can be food, art, whatever. Thank you, Bubbles. Yeah, it was driving my brain to mush. Okay, so, and then you just, I mean, it's still kind of a pain in the butt sometimes, but you just flick over the top of the other one and you go with it. And it's really exciting. And was I, yes, I was supposed to be doing this right now. I was like, this only happens every 3 rows, so who knows? March 10th, 5 to 7, 499 Southeast 2nd Avenue, Portland, Oregon. There will be light refreshment cookies and probably a raffle. I'm so excited for you. I don't know if I will be there, but I'm going to try to make it. I don't think it'll be a problem. I have to look at a few things, though. My March is kind of a hot mess. Actually, honestly, most of my weekends are a hot mess. But in a good way, right? But yes, if you have show and tell, please post it. I want it jam-packed full of stuff, you guys. It's been 2 months. You guys have been busy bees. I know it for a fact. The booth is a cute little 8 by 8 foot space. Your dad built the displays, and the displays are lovely. Okay. You're working on an embroidery project. I did so much work on it during class today. That's the best thing to do during class. Not really, but still. So has anybody else learned any techniques over the past few months that you're really proud of? Like, you're patting yourself on the back over. You're like, oh my gosh, my crochet game has changed because of this. Or, oh my gosh, my weaving is just superb because of this. I want to know. I want to know what secrets you all have learned. Also, I want to know how everybody's winter's been so far. It's been kind of all over the place, everywhere, right? Like, we had snow, we had ice, and then we had 60-degree weather literally the next week here in Oregon. It was, let's just say it was not pleasant. Hold on 1 second, sorry. So in Oregon, we had ice and snow and freezing rain. In Portland specifically, a third of the residents in Portland lost power for days. Some people had no power for weeks. It was a shit show, honestly. Show off your brilliant shop idea. Yes, I will get in touch. Did you just volunteer me to get in touch? Damn it. No, it's fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. You made your first unassisted knitting project during statistics. The instructor was terrible, but he took attendance. Did you learn any statistics? A 3D printer, and he made me stitch markers and mini. Okay, so what type of 3D printer is it? Oh, I guess it's a 3D printer. It's not a resin printer. One of my best friends has a 3D printer, a filament printer, and then I have a resin printer, and I need to get my resin printer set up again because since we've moved, we haven't had a place for it. Now we do. Because the goal was we were going back and forth, and she has really stepped up with her goal. I have a whole pirate ship that's like this big that I need to put together. I have been shitty about this goal because for the past year, my resin printer has not been in use. She's like, where are my minis? And I'm like, I don't know where my minis are. You're not a good in-touch person. You're a good in-touch person with me and with the kitties. No, you're fine. I was giving you a hard time. You're working on a blanket. First time trying it. It's a blanket. Ooh, Vicky, I can't wait to see it. You think you need to hire someone to teach you how to knit with circular needles? It is harder than I remembered. What a great segue. So like I said, we will have tutorials out, but I am still working on doing online online classes. So that will be something that we will have coming soonish. It will probably start getting solidified after the box set release. I really, with my little ADD brain, I try very hard to only have one big event or thing that I'm working on for the business at one time. Because we've tried doing multiple things at once and everything ends up half-assed. Not because we're lazy, but because my brain does whoop. So I have to focus on one thing at a time. But that is the next thing on the list is putting together an online workshop that you guys can take for different classes. So we can have a circular knitting class. We've talked about doing classes that follow a specific pattern, like the Cerulean Orchid's emery shawl pattern was a request. Did my lights just change? Is he flashing my lights? He is. Tell you about this box set. What a great question. So the box set will be coming out on April 5th. If you've already seen this twice before, too bad. No, I'm sorry. And it's going to be called The Fibers, the Dreamers, and You. And this is our Jim Henson Love Note. This is our Jim Henson inspired box set. It will be both Muppets and Creature Shop inspiration in there. So we're not just talking about the Muppets and Sesame Street and Fraggle Rock. We're also talking about Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. And yes, somebody mentioned Mirror Mask earlier. You know, those things that also had Muppets and puppets in it as well, because they're all just so amazing. There's too many options to do just one box set. So once again, this will be a double box set. However, the way we're doing this is you get to choose your 5 skeins out of the 10 colorways. So you don't have to just get these colors from one box set and just get these colors from this box set. You can mix and match. The thing is that you can only pick one colorway each time for a box set. Oh, look at that. I think where's Kermie? Boop, 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 boop. He has like 4 Kermits that I've purchased for him. You can only get one colorway per box set, and none of the box sets will have kitty glitter in them, but they will be available in Cat's Cradle, BKDK, and in Floof, which is our fiber line now. If you're a patron, you will be able to purchase kitty glitter colorway. There will be 2 kitty glitter colorway options that you can upgrade to, or specialty fiber, basically. So there's still an option. They're just not an option in the base set. However, if you are a lover of kitty glitter, we will have the Light the Lights edition, in which case all of the colors are either done in our specialty fiber or kitty glitter for Cat's Cradle and BKDK. Jim Henson love always makes me tear up. Me too, Yarn Pirate. Go ahead and take my emotionally charged money now. I've already said it 3 or 4 other times. I have never been so excited about a box set. Honestly, Doctor Who, I thought was going to be it for me. Same with the Witch one, the Toil and Trouble set. But this one is so close to my heart. It just, yeah, I'm going to tear up thinking about it. I think most of us feel that way, right? Like we all have some emotionally charged connection from our childhood, usually, that has come over into adulthood with something from Jim Henson, which is what makes his creations so fantastical, right? Like they're still creating things. You guys just saw the thing with Elmo, didn't you? I mean, Elmo was on CNN, right? Where he asked how people were doing and they were all honest, and all of the Sesame Street crew came in and were like, yeah, you know, if you ever need anybody to talk to, I'm here for you. It was beautiful. And then they stuck Elmo on CNN and Elmo was like, can you get me a job? It was great. And they talked about adult issues. I watched my friends watch this on their phones, and they were in tears over it because they're adult issues, but they're being talked to in a whimsical way. And I know that seems silly. It seems like something that we shouldn't need because we're grown-ups. But we live in a really chaotic and traumatizing time, and you still need that. You still need that comfort, and you still need those kid gloves occasionally. And so I just think it's really important to celebrate that, which is why we're doing this box set. Oh, I'm going to start to cry. Hogwarts. Oops, I mean Hoggle, love him. I did want to do if you should need a color. Should you need a color, rather. You got the unofficial Lord of the Rings knit book and Clover interchangeable needles for Christmas. It tells you to use circular needles, so I keep practicing with them. The hardest part about circular needles is the join. Have you practiced knitting flat on them for a while first, just to get used to the cord? We are in crazy world times. We are, and kindness should never be looked at as childish. If you're looking at kindness as childish, then there's something wrong with the way you're living your life. Because it shouldn't be childish. It should be universal. So there's my little soapbox. Exactly, Yarn Pirate. 30 minutes away from where the total eclipse. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we had one of those here. So we had a total eclipse here. When was it? Like 2019. I think it was right before COVID. And TK and I lived right on the 45th parallel. When I say we lived right on it, I mean there's a cul-de-sac around a block down from where our house was. And when you went around that cul-de-sac, there was an official sign that said 45th parallel. So we were literally on that parallel, basically. And so we were in the perfect place for the eclipse. I had 20 some odd people at my house that spent the night that weekend, and I didn't know half of them. Or I knew them, like I had met them once. They could care less about who I am or anything about me or TK. They just wanted to have prime seating for the eclipse. And I'm like, sure, I'll feed you pancakes while you look at the sun. Why not? That was a blast. We had a good time. It was 2018, yeah. I knew it was sometime in that area. Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross are your childhood. I think a lot of us feel that way, right? Like Mr. Rogers is TK's idol, basically. I got him a little Mr. Rogers childhood book. He's got the Mr. Rogers version of this as well. Little Funko. Captain Kangaroo for me. More than Mr. Rogers. But as an adult, I have learned to appreciate Mr. Rogers more than I did before. Hi, Eska. It's so good to see you. And thank you. It's been great being here. Last eclipse was 2017. You remember watching it with the science department at the college you worked for at the time. Awesome. Wow, were we really only married for 2 years when that happened? That blows my mind. Okay, let's get a little knitting done so that I can say that I was productive. I guess that's important or something. This space is so empty. I need to get some stuff to put down. We'll work on it. Dr. Seuss week is next week. What? There's a whole Dr. Seuss week? You got to see the last eclipse, but this next eclipse is epic of epic. Your B-Day is on it, and it happens when you were born time-wise. Oh my God, that is really cool, actually. You're an eclipse baby! That's really cool. I'd be dancing around about that one too. That's pretty neat. I will not be able to see it, unfortunately. I know there's a lot of people doing eclipse-inspired yarn right now, but it's funny, and this is not me hitting on my fellow yarn indie dyers. I'm not. It's fine. I'm all for celebrating things like that. But if I see one more person name their yarn Dark Side of the Moon or Dark Side, I might hit my head on something. There's a million things that you could call it. They're all calling it the same thing. I don't know. Yarn names bug me sometimes. You guys know I'm picky about that. TK and I are both very picky about it. It's really funny. Picking which colorways we're going to do is never the problem for us. If we fight about anything or argue about anything, it's about the colorway names. If we ever get divorced, it'll be because of colorway names. Hi, Maritza. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's so good. I miss all of you all so much. Like, the break has been nice. We've got a lot of stuff done that needed to get done. We're taking care of ourselves, which is really important. But I miss you all so stinking much. You know, and I think we'll see how the monthlies go, because I think that'll be really good for me. I hope it'll be good for you as well. I think that we've both come up with some pretty good colorways, sir. So maybe get off your little hoity-toity high horse there. No, his are pretty freaking good. He named to this box set. Can we also do away with moss? Yes, we can. We technically have a moss colorway, and I refuse to call it moss for that reason. Instead, we call it Forest Park because I don't know why I did that. I've got some right here. That was really dumb of me. Whatever. Because, yeah, it's mossy. It's cool. That's great. But I don't need another moss green colorway out there. I can say Forest Park, and if you're from this area, you think of moss because that's what Forest Park is. And if you're not from this area, you can look up Forest Park because it's a really cool piece of interesting Pacific Northwest history. Hi. Oh my gosh, Brisine, how are you? It's been more than 2 months. Good to see you. Your mom was getting radiation therapy in Casper when the eclipse happened there. You're able to wrap up her therapy a few days. Oh, thank goodness for that. You're helping another dyer name their colorways, and we are having a great time. Hey, okay, quick question, because I don't have the bubble camera down, right, when I'm knitting. Do you guys want me to knit with my face camera on where you can't really see my knitting, or do you want to see my knitting? I'm going to give you guys the options. You can kind of see it a little bit right now. But I'm going to give you guys the option of which you would prefer to see while I sit here and do this. This feels a little more organic, but I also know sometimes some of you guys really like watching the knitting part of this. So I am indifferent. Either one works for me. I grabbed it because kitty glitter, obviously. Yes, that's true. Forest Park and kitty glitter is one of my favorite things. Also, I really think that the rest of the undertones are going to be my next editions for Floof, or at least will be some of the next editions for Floof. I really want to see Bruiser and Forest Park in Floof. But you're also going to see a lot of old box set colorways in Floof because, let's see here, because they are multicolors, right? Like this right here, this is Reborn in Fire, boys and girls. How beautiful is this? Check this out. I can't get over how well this turned out. So you're going to see a lot of old box set colorways. Perfect. Then we'll do the face. We'll pop your face bubble in. Thank you. No problem, curls. I'll keep that in mind too. But this right here is, we do so many multicolors for our box sets that I think we don't do those in the yarn very often, but I think they work really well for the colorways. You can do fractal spinning that way. You can kind of do an ombre where you tear it apart and do different colors. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm so in love with this. So when I do I'm going to do a fractal spin tutorial, and this is what I'm going to use for it. Also, you guys, not to toot my own braid horn, but I'm very proud of my braids. I did these by hand, and I think they turned out very nice. Let's see what else. I already showed off this one, but we'll show it off again. I know not all of you guys got to see the fiber, so that's kind of why I'm showing that off. So those are the two multicolors. Let's see here. This is what tea time looks like. If you guys didn't purchase them, you get to see them this way. And this is them on the BFL, because the BFL had not shown up with last time we had a show. So that's this is Tea Time of the Soul. This is TK's favorite. It's so pretty. Like, look at all of the different little pops of color you get in this. Looks like fancy bread. It does. It looks like challah bread. And then we've got some larkspur. I'm trying really hard not to have everything else fall out on me. Here's the larkspur. This one's got a little floof piece on it. Let me fix that. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to these sometimes. We'll put these over here for now. You bought Tea Time. Yeah, a lot. Tea Time and Larkspur were the two most popular, followed by Reborn in Fire. So here is Larkspur. You get those pops on this too. Knitting sweaters is fine. We love to hear that. I would love to see those sweaters. You can pop them up in your show and tell. It looks delicious for sure. But the Larkspur, these color, like the different colors, I love the way that they come out in this. It's just so neat. And when you're spinning it, it really comes out as well. There are times with this, because I just spun this up right here. So there it is spun up. There were times where it almost looked like an oil slick, and then other times where it was like really, really, really blue. But I'm here. Let's see. There you go. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. This is gonna be spun up with ectoplasm. So this is what I'm talking about with the ectoplasm, where it's got these little rust spots. I had 2 skeins that had rust spots. This is the other one. This one has like 2 little tiny ones though, so I might just sell this one at a slight bargain of a price. So here's the ectoplasm. It's very bright, and I'm gonna go ahead and spin these 2 up together. What I just did, and then that's what I'm working on right now. I think that's gonna look really neat together. And then our last colorway for the fiber that we have currently is Princess of Mars, which turned out so good. We should start a support group. You need to cowgirl up and try actually spinning yours. Everybody here is so afraid of it. Okay. So, this doesn't help everybody, I know. But I think our next craft night for patrons, which is coming up next month, we will not focus where you have to bring it, but if you got a drop spindle, or if you have a drop spindle or a spinning wheel and you're really nervous about it, bring it and work on it, because you guys can talk with me, right? And you can talk with each other. And JK is there for those a lot of the time, and she's amazing. Like, we've got some really strong spinners in this group. So if you're a patron, go ahead and come to that. Bring your spinning with you. We'll try it together. If you're dropping it a lot, you'll have people there who can give you tips on how to fix that so it doesn't happen as often. And you'll see that it's not that scary. It'll be okay. So that's my recommendation. That's a way for us to kind of have that support group. Who else? Knitting is also a great spinner. So there are definitely some options out there. You just need 2 of everything. Well, there's going to be more colors. And I've got a few shops, local shops, that are very interested in carrying floof as well. So I've already let the shops know that when they go shopping for it, if they see a colorway that they want that's not available, to let me know, because we can probably make that happen. Since we have so few colorways right now, I'm looking to expand anyway. That's okay. If you mom brain, it's not the end of the world. I'll still be there. Somebody will be there. We'll make this happen. It'll be great. What's happening there? Oh, that's supposed to happen there. Cool. Your poor pocketbook. Eventually, we're going to have as many, colors as we can in floof. It's going to be an ongoing thing. And we'll have other bases. So I took what you said into advisement, JK, about how, blending luxury fibers with BFL or anything else can be kind of a pain. I don't know if we're going to do the silk yet. I'm doing some research on which luxury fiber got a staple that is similar to BFL. That would be my preference. So I'm looking into that. But whatever you do, I want to guarantee you that they will be blended well together. The company I go through gives you the option when you're creating your mixes to either have it not blended or blended, a little, or fully blended together. And that's my intent, is to go fully blended together, because you're still going to get that depth where, like, if it's silk as an example, where the silk doesn't take the dye the same way the BFL does. So it will still have that depth to it. That shouldn't be an issue. But you won't get those big chunks of silk or bamboo or something in there. And who knows, maybe we'll go crazy and it'll be like cashmere. But I think that has a shorter staple than silk too. BK just arrived. What are you... Oh, hi, Tina. What am I making and how am I feeling? I am making the Snow Pine sweater by Woolen Pine. I'm doing it in Tea Time of the Soul. And then the sleeves are done in Victoria. And the little confetti pops are done in Forest Park. It's like a vintage strawberry, which is what I was going for. I'm working on the sleeves.
What else? We just went over all the fibers because we were talking about those. We've talked about the box set, which is going to be a Jim Henson inspired box set. I'm sure I'll show that logo off again before we leave tonight, and definitely talk about that. Pixie, that's always exciting. What was the commission? I'm doing well. I had surgery last week on my mouth, so I had oral surgery finally. I get to move on with my ortho plan now, which is exciting. But then I had to go to the doctor. I had to go to urgent care last night. I was working out in my garden and I stepped on a big rusty nail. No, I stepped on a big rusty screw. Not a nail, flippin' screw. So I finished up my antibiotics for surgery 2 nights ago. They stuck me on 2 more sets of antibiotics last night. So I have to do another week's worth of that. And they had to give me a tetanus shot because I hadn't had one since 2015. It's very blended BFL silk, though. I can put it in the front of the spinning line and gives... Yes, please do, because I don't have anything right now. I would love to know how that spins up for you. Because I have to order, whatever I decide to order, I have to order sooner rather than later, because that does take them up to 4 weeks to process, because I'm having it special made. Whatever fibers I decide to put in there, it's a custom order, which is fine. But I have to give them time. A screw is worse than a nail. Think about how you get a screw out of drywall versus how you get a nail out of drywall. I mean, it still came out. It didn't go in super, super far. I was wearing boots, so my boots took the brunt of it, thank goodness. But it went in far enough. And it's a puncture wound. So the doctors are like, we're not fucking around with this. We're not taking chances. I have the piece of wood with the screws in it. I should make TK bring it in. It's sitting on top of the proofer right now, but I don't know if that's something you guys want to see, honestly. We have these raised bed boxes that are old as dirt, quite frankly. They're rotting and falling apart, and I'm using 8 of them. I'm still using 8 of them. I should replace them, but quite frankly, if I'm being brutally honest, I can't afford to do it this year. So I'm just reusing them again for 1 more year. But there are 2 that have completely disintegrated, and so I was trying to break them down, and a piece of them had already broken down, and that is what I stepped on. Yeah, it was not fun, Bubbles. They basically, I mean, you know, they poked and prodded at it, but they soaked my foot for a good 40 minutes and then put a bandage on it with some stuff on it, and then just chocked me full of antibiotics, told me to watch it, and if it showed any signs whatsoever of irritation or inflammation, to come right back in. So far, so good. I did not go to work today, though. Morbid, you're all for it. Yes. So what I learned about your tetanus shot is that you are covered for 10 years, correct? Which is why I haven't had one since then. But if you hurt yourself off something that's rusty, Yarn Pirate can probably tell you this, actually, or catastrophe. Hi there, Marie. If you haven't had a tetanus shot for at least 5 years, they will give you a booster, which is what they basically did. They just want to be safe, is basically what they're doing. I mean, they just want to make sure that you're not, you know, that it hasn't worn off for some reason. It was nuts, though. So we get there. It's later in the evening. The intake nurse is obsessed with my knitting. I find out she crochets. She's obsessed with cats. I give her a sticker and a card, and she's off looking at our shop. The nurse that takes me in is all over the place. Like, she's a little flighty and very talky, and it kind of made me a little nervous. I was like, I don't know if I want her giving me a shot or cleaning my foot out. She was very nice, though, and she did a great job. And then the doctor was the same. Like, all of them were just all over the place. And I don't know if they were just tired or what, but it was both a little off-putting, but also sweet and friendly and inviting at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. It certainly made it take much longer. Like, she went to give me my shot. I think she took 15 minutes to give me my shot. She wiped the area down, and then she started talking. about all of these things and, you know, different people who screw these up and this up and how when she got her COVID shots, this happened, like all this stuff. And I'm listening. And she's just sitting here with my sleeve up and talking. And she's not giving me the shot. The doctor came back in at one point in time and was like, oh, you haven't finished yet. I'll leave. And I was like, poor TK is like texting me. He's like, I'm at the pharmacy. Where are you? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm talking apparently. So yeah, it took a really long time for it to happen. Understaffed. That can cause them to be like, that could absolutely do that. The ADHD runs the dentist office. Pretty much. Oh, this wasn't the dentist office. This was the ER. Sucks when you get screwed and you don't even get to enjoy it. It really sucks. So we redose to be safe. And that makes sense. Like, I don't want to get tetanus. I'm out in the garden. This happens. I come stumbling in. TK's in a different room. And I'm like, I have to go to the hospital. I have refused to look at my foot at this point. Like, I've taken my boot off, but I saw blood on the bottom of my shoe. I'm not going to get into detail of my sock. And so I have not taken my sock off. Like, I'm hobbling around. And he's like, why? And I tell him what happened. He's like, okay, we got to go. I'm like, I got to put my shoe back on. He's like, no, don't put your shoe on. Just leave your sock on. Let's go. He thought I had clean socks on. I did not at this point. So I go, wait. And I grab my bag because it has my knitting in it. He's like, oh my God, let's go. Because he's freaking out too, right? So we get in the car. We get there and I show it to him and he's like, your socks are dirty. I was like, I was out in the garden in my garden boots. Of course my socks are dirty. He's like, you didn't change your sock? No, I didn't change my sock. I haven't even looked at it yet. He's like, you can't go in there with a dirty sock. I was like, should I take my sock off? He's like, yes, take your sock off. So I took my sock off. Then I shoved my foot in his face. I'm like, you look at it. I don't want to look at it. He's like, it's fine. Welcome to our life. I feel like that was an all day today for me. Oh my gosh. I think they did. I really do. And that's okay. I don't mind listening. And clearly I like to talk as well. Yes, absolutely. Send me a Discord message if you want to talk about buying bulk and we will make that happen for you. To dry before giving shots. Let the alcohol. That makes sense, right? Like, that totally makes sense. It doesn't burn as much that way. And she did a great job giving me my shot. I was so impressed. She, you know, I'm not going to do it on this arm because it actually hurts. But she, you know, she squeezed around before she found the space to make sure that she was in the right muscle area. And then she wiped it down. But then she waited forever to actually give me the shot. Yes, I did. How are the fur babies doing? Wednesday says meow, meow, meow to your fur babies. They say meow back. They're doing great. They're all doing great. Zuzu finally has her annual checkup next month. It was pushed out because of the snow. So yeah, they're doing really well. Tina, it's so good to see you as well. I love you guys. Y'all are the best. I tried really hard to get TK to record me after my surgery when I was all loopy. He was a gentleman and he did not. Also, I don't think that I was really that much out of it. I was out of it a little bit, but I was a terrible patient. I had oral surgery last week, and then that same day, I tried to do the dishes. Like, I would not lay down for anything. He was so mad at me. He's like, please just go lay down. And eventually I did. I laid down with my knitting and I watched the Waltons for like 3 days. They're like, okay, I know it's hokey, but the Waltons are like a warm blanket. They're just chipper, sweet people in the Depression. It's like watching Little House on the Prairie. Let's see here. So right now what I'm doing on this is there's only color work every 3 rows. So the other, every 4th row basically. The other 3 rows I get to just knit continental with no issue. I can do magic loop style like what I'm doing right now. There's no problem with it. When I'm knitting the color work row though, I can't really do magic loop because you'll end up with funky floats. So I do this instead. Check this out. I fake it. I pretend like I don't have all of this extra freaking cable in the way. Now I can't because I have a big knot. So let me take care of that first. Yeah, that's kind of what he said too, was that I needed to rest after all of that, which was fine. I did. And I did. I had 6 days off from work, which was great. I had originally taken Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. I had Saturday and Sunday. And then I forgot that it was a holiday on Monday. So I got an extra day in there. Your brother loves to watch the Waltons. Thank you. TK loves that I have been binging the Waltons. It makes him very happy. Although my binging had to stop today, didn't it, TK? Because the live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender came out on Netflix. So I might have watched 4 episodes of that while I spun. It's really good. If you haven't watched it yet, I mean, if you are a fan of the cartoon, they stay pretty true to it. At least so far they have. I'm only 4 episodes in, like I said. And I'm getting the impression that they're going to do it the same way that they do with the cartoon, where he goes through each, each element per season, pretty much. I think that's how they're doing this. But what is fascinating to me is that the main characters, they look like the cartoon characters, which, okay, I expected that. They sound the same too, and I don't know if it's cadence in their voice or what it is, but it's almost too much. Like, it almost throws me out of it, because I'm like, what? How is this magic happening? But I'm really enjoying it, actually. I like that because they sound like their characters, it has kind of a cartoonish tone to it, but it's still really beautiful to watch. I think he did. I think you are correct. And the cabbage vendor. I was so happy when he showed up. Oh my gosh, I was more excited about that than anything else. As they should be, how I disappear. They did that god-awful movie that I refuse to watch. And I'm so happy that it has been replaced with this. Oh, story time. It's good to be here. I missed you all so much. Is that a Stephen West pattern? This one right here. This is a Stephen West pattern. You can't really see it in all its glory right now because the lights are funky. If TK changes the lights, you can kind of see it. I don't remember which one it is. I'll have to look for you because I didn't make this. One of our old viewers did. Rosie, or Banana, she hasn't been around. She used to come around during Twitch. I think she still comes around from time to time. She now lives in Texas, but she came out to Oregon Flock and Fiber this last year and gifted this to me. And it's funny because there are a bunch of Boss Kitty colorways in here, but they're not colors that we carry anymore, other than Sassy Pants, obviously, which we carry in mohair. And then she's got some Bath Yellow in there. But she also has Electric Lemon in there. And then there's a color that looks like Cynthia's Lunchbox, but isn't Cynthia's Lunchbox. And then some of her hand-dyed is in there as well. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. So my cabbage is all over my house since last night. I love you. That's so good. Is the actual voice. That's what she was just saying, Allison. So I'm glad. Yes, thank you for that confirmation. That's exciting. I miss her too. I was really excited when she showed up at Off. It was a treat because I was not expecting it. So when she showed up, I got a little teary actually. I was excited when we were in Auburn, Washington too, because I got to see a bunch of you guys. Got to see Pumpkin and Eska. It was a lot of fun. It was funny because Jen, the owner of the shop, she's like, so many people showed up because you were here and not for the store. And I was like, I know, I'm cool, whatever. No, not really. I got to meet a lot of new people there. We had a blast. If you haven't been to a Little Nitty in Auburn and you're nearby, you should stop by. They do have Boss Kitty yarn now. Officially. I don't know what is happening here, but it's making me very sad. Oh, I see what's happening. It's the end. You guys can't see what I'm doing. This end right here got caught up in everything, and so it's making things a nightmare. Or maybe not. Mr. Pirate was always carrying on about cabbages. I never knew where he picked that one up. Really? Ugh. I can't get TK to watch it with me, which is fine. He doesn't binge things the way that I do, and that's probably part of it, is that he would watch an episode and be like, okay, we're done for the night. And I'd be like, yeah, you're cute. No, we're not. Nuh-uh. He has much more self-restraint than I do. Oh my god, I adore Jen. You know, I've been really lucky. The last few trunk shows that we've done at new shops, I'm always really nervous, right? Because you don't know what the vendors are going to be, or the owners are going to be like, or if you're going to vibe with them. But what is happening with these lights? TK has a button on his phone, and so he's messing with them. But the last few owners have been really phenomenally awesome people. So we did a little nitty. In fact, I think when we were there, Cerulean, you or somebody had just dropped off some of your stickers because she had a brand new stock of them, and we were all oohing and awing over them. I think I picked one up too. And then we did Not Another Hat in Hood River, and Sarah is also fantastic, really funny, great to hang out with. And they are now also carrying our yarn, which is exciting. I've had, unfortunately, our yarn shop in Portland that Allison used to work at had to close, and we're super bummed about that. I loved that place. And it's interesting, I've had one heck of a time getting any of the Portland shops to even respond to my emails. Like, they just, I don't know, it might just be because they've been getting ready for Yarn Crawl for the past few months. That might be part of it. I'm not sure, but once Yarn Crawl's over, I'll start making those rounds again. Because I would like to have my yarn back in Portland in a shop somewhere. We try really hard to do only one shop per city. So that would be nice, but I gotta find one that's got some interest there. I miss it just being open. I miss seeing your face there. It's a great little shop. I have not talked to Hook and Needle in Vancouver. I need to. I remember you told me about them, so I will reach out to them. Because they're the all woman owned shop, right? Or is that a different one in Vancouver? Yes. Oh, you're messing with the.
It was accidental. I turned the app on.
We are still doing show and tell. In fact, show and tell is going to be really full because we've been gone for 2 months. I've heard good things about Hook and Needle. So Hook and Needle TK in Vancouver. We gotta reach out to them. Okay.
Cool,
Carmen, that is a very nice way to put it. Yes, they can. No pun intended. They tend to be very close knit. And yeah, it's weird. There are sometimes that I feel like there were times that I felt like I had broken through that. And there are other times that I feel completely like an outsider. It's a weird feeling. I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm in high school again. I'm not a fan of it, but like I said, I'm just assuming that most of them are really busy with Rose City Yarn Crawl right now. Excellent. Okay, I'll check them out for sure. They love the local news. That's always exciting. We will be in Bend, Oregon again at Fancy Works for Knitting Public Day, which is June 8th, I think. We're going to be there all weekend, so we'll be there June 7th, 8th, and 9th, I think is when we're going to be there. Let me double check that, though. 7th, 8th, and 9th. We are also working on putting together another trunk show for Cozy. We've got a few options up in the air right now. I'm waiting to hear back from Karen. You guys, if you are local to Eugene or anywhere near Eugene, one moment, please. Can you guys hear me again? Sweet, cool. I'm going to ask that you guys, if you haven't already, go to Cozy and support them and show them your love. They've had a rough winter. The ice and storm brought a roof leak in, so they had part of the roof come down. They've got a bunch of damage that they had to deal with. They're still dealing with, but they're still open. So if you're in that neighborhood, go support them. Go check them out. It's such a great shop. All of the people who work there are wonderful. Karen is just a magical bundle of happiness. Like, she's so great. And so if you have time to go in there, definitely go support Cozy, because they're just wonderful, and they should have that. So just throwing that out there. I think there was another shop that just got hit by a car too in Forest Grove. Is it Naughty Lamb? Is that it? Yeah. Like, the side of their building got hit by 2 cars. I do not know what's going on these days. Throw some intention behind that one. Oh, the tight knit group. I did that on purpose. I think we'll probably go ahead and start show and tell in about 10 minutes, because we're starting early, and because I'm going to guess there's a lot of show and tell in there. That'll give us 30, 6, 30, 7, 30, about a 2.5 to 3 hour show. It is magical in the shop, for real. That shop is so good. Cozy is a great place. It's inviting, it's bright, it's happy. They have this beautiful mural in the back, and they have to get it fixed because of the water damage, unfortunately. Naughty Lamb is 2 blocks from 5 bars. That'll do it. Oh, hi, Wisdom Queen. How are you? That's also a great shop. Like, you go in there, and it's beautiful. So if you're in the Forest Grove area, definitely go check them out and support them and show them some love as well. They've got Rose City coming up, so I know they're still going to be open for it, so they should be okay. It's not like people won't come by. So I'm going to finish this up real quickly right here. I think we're going to go ahead and do our stretches because they're still important. I know I didn't knit nearly as much as I used to. But I know you guys have also been working on your stuff, so we should go ahead and definitely stretch. But I gotta get this frog out of my throat. It's because I haven't talked for 2+ hours at a time anytime lately. I'm happy to see your face as well. And I'm happy I will get to see it on Sunday too. I miss you. Okay. Apparently I still have a stretch button. Let's see if it works.
It's time to stretch.
It works. I think Khan is in his bed over there snoring. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our stretches. I'm going to sit up straight in my chair. Get my shirt down. There we go. We're going to start by rolling our neck. Slowly. It's really funny. I used to do this workout in my 20s, and they would start with neck rolls. And he would be like, if you have a problem with your neck rolling, do this, that, or the other. And I'm like, who has a problem rolling their neck? And do you know what's really funny? I have a problem rolling my neck now. Like, it's hard for me to do this. I get tight right here. I can't pull it all the way over like I used to be able to do. There's so many kinks in there. Go the other way. Yeah, you guys, let's get some posts and show and tell. 2 months worth of show and tell. I want to see it all. I showed off my stuff. Okay, so get those kinks out, or at least get them working a little bit. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could hear my neck. It sounds like popcorn. Did too many neck rolls. What am I working on? Emily, I am working on the Snow Pine sweater by Woolen Pine, and I'm doing it in Tea Time, Forest Park, and Victoria. Okay, so I'm going to sit straight up like there's a little thing in my head, and I'm going to pull on it, and I'm going to turn my head one way and just hold it in place. Oh my gosh, Con is snoring it up. I'm going to turn her head the other way. Oh, it feels good. Excellent. And I'm going to take my head one way and pull on it. And I can feel that right here. I'm sure right now Wisdom Queen is like, what have you done to yourself? And then we're going to go the other way. That's good, you guys. You got this. Probably better than I do. You can see I'm really struggling. Like, that's as far as I can put my head down. Rice Krispies, same. Let's go ahead and come forward. Right down as far as you can go. You'll feel it in your spine. And back up. Shake out your shoulders. And then we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Lots of North Texans in here, but few out your way. And does anyone who shops in South Texas, south of San Antonio? You in the Boss Kitty Discord, there may be answers within. That is a good point. I can do some research and see if there's any shops out there too. Okay, so now we're going to do your guys' favorite. We're going to bring our arm forward, cross our body, like so. Sit up straight while you do this. This hurts really bad right now because my tetanus shot.
When you're done, you need to open a browser window for Nightbot so it'll log in so these commands will work in chat.
Oh, crud. Our commands don't work right now because I don't have Nightbot open. Sorry, Yarn Pirate. Give me 1 second to get that open, and then you guys continue with your stretches. I'll be right back. Let's get that open. It's been a hot second, remember? Sorry, guys. Okay, let's try those commands again. Let's see if it works. Crossing my fingers. TK, they're still not working? Maybe? One moment. It should work. Let me try it this way. I'm just testing it, you guys. Sorry. Okay. We're going to come across the other side, like so. It's up. Come look.
Turn it on now.
Oh, I didn't know there was an on button. Oh, of course. Okay, and then you're going to take your hand forward. We're going to pull on the tips of our fingers. Stretch out those tendons. Thank you, Yarn Pirate. Wake up, Nightbot. I think you're right. I think there is an on button somewhere.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, weird.
Unless everything's turned off.
Okay, so now we're going to pull back like so on both of your wrists. I should have a button I can push right now that like plays brown noise or white noise or soothing sounds while we do this. I think I might do that. I might get a music button for that. Can I do that? Okay. Ah, all those pops in my wrists. And then we'll do our finger stretches real quickly. So let's get all that out of the way. Can you see where Zuzu has attacked my fingers? She got a link in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's on.
We'll figure it out. Nightbot's being a stinker. That's okay, though. But I do want to get a button I can push for stretches that's like soothing music or like brown noise or white noise or something. Something just chill while we're doing this. So I'm not talking as much and it's just breathing in and out during stretches. Oh, I got stink eye for that. It's one show a month. Come on. Okay, you guys should feel better. I feel better. If you did little interviews with knitters, crocheters, or fiber artists and talk to them about what they wish they knew, favorite projects, that's a great idea. I know we plan on doing that with creators like yarn shop owners, pattern creators, other fiber dyers, things like that, other vendors. We're going to do kind of interviews with them, but doing interviews with you guys as well, it's not a bad idea. I like that idea. Definitely. And we're going to do it on the live stream. We'll probably do it on some vlogs or shorts and things like that as well. What are we going to do after this? As I start to knit again. I don't think we were going to knit. We were going to go into show and tell. But before we do show and tell, just real quickly, one more time, I'm going to show off the most amazing box set we've ever done. And it's not even out yet. I give it to you. The Fibers, the Dreamers, and You. This is going to be our box set for spring. It comes out April 5th. And patrons will have 24-hour early access. It will be available in Kitty Glitter. It will be available in BKDK. And it will be available on Floof as well. Oh, look, Nightbot finally worked. So the way that this box set is going to work is because there's so many Jim Henson inspired colorways out there that we want to make. We're going to have 10 colorways that you can choose from. You choose 5 of them per box set. You can only choose one colorway. You can only choose a colorway once for each box set. So if you want 2 of one colorway, you'll have to put them in 2 different box sets. None of the bases will be Kitty Glitter or Fancy Fiber. They'll be the BFL and the Superwash Merino, unless you get the Light the Lights edition, in which case all of them will be Kitty Glitter, or they'll all be Luxury Fiber if you get the Floof. Patrons will get 2 additional colorways, and those will be in Kitty Glitter or Luxury Fiber. And they will have the option to add those onto their box set, but you can only add on one of those colorways per box set. So it becomes a 6 skein box set instead. We're really, really, really excited about this one. Like, more excited than I've been in a very long time. If you're a patron, you will have the option, starting Monday most likely, you'll be able to vote on which 2 colorways are patron exclusive colorways. I'm going to throw 6 options out there, the ones that I think will make the best Kitty Glitter options. You guys get to choose your top 2. Those will not be available to the public. They will just be available to our patrons. And because there's no Kitty Glitter in that base set, it goes for $145 for the BKDK option and the Cat's Cradle option, or $150 for the Floof. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Not really a secret, but I'm going to point something out. If you are like, man, I really want those Kitty Glitter options as well, I just knocked $5 off of what we would normally charge for this. Actually, a little bit more. I think I knocked a little more off. We knocked some money off. You can put that towards a patron subscription, and you don't have to be a patron for a prolonged amount of time. You just have to be a patron in the month of April when you buy your box set. When you do that, you automatically get, and it doesn't matter what level it is. It can be Gracie's Gang. It can be Cult of Con, or it can be Hazel's Heroes. So any of those levels. When you do that, you get the 24-hour early access. If you do that before April, then you get to be a part of voting on which patron exclusive colors you guys get. And then when you purchase it, you get that 24-hour early access, and you get the option to buy one or both of those 2 additional colorways, depending on how much yarn you get. So there's a lot of goodies that come with that. There are other goodies that you guys get as well. We do a craft night once a month for our patrons, and it's different than this. It's live, but it's done in Discord. Our patrons get to have their cameras on. They get to chat with me. I don't really lead it. It's just a thing where we're all hanging out like pals, and sometimes I'm not there when it starts, and I am not there when it ends because I have to go to bed early. And last time it went for like 2 more hours. So there's really no rhyme or reason to it. It's just us hanging out, shooting the shit. We talk about whatever we want to talk about. We show off our projects. We laugh. We have a good time. It's a lot of fun. But that's stuff that's available to patrons. So if you are interested in that, head over to patreon.com/boxkitty and sign up today. I know, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Okay, kids, let's find out what we've got in show and tell, because I'm really excited about it. Show and tell February. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's so cool. There's so much good stuff in here. Okay. It's it. We're going to start with Elizabeth, who won, by the way, our craft along. So she won the $50 gift card. She made 50 woven hearts with cotton yarn for her oldest son's school. They can double as washcloths. I saw a thing on Instagram for these. It was so cool. Like you crochet the two pieces and then weave them together. They're gorgeous. These are lovely. I love all the different colors. What a really exciting way to incorporate your craft and your love in your child's day-to-day life. I'm sure that the students were thrilled over these. They're so neat. Ah, good job, Mom. Fox Goddess, I've been eyeballing this for so long. I'm so jealous right now. Wisdom Queen's gonna lose it too. Literally just finished this barn owl scarf. This is a late Christmas gift and my friend will love it. How easy was the pattern to follow? Because I really want to make this. It's so neat. Wisdom Queen, are you still in here? If she says no. Well, yeah. It's beautiful. You did such a great job. The colors you picked are perfect. Ah. I love the way the wings flail out at the end. Oh, it's so pretty. Hat, mitt, scarf set I made for a benefit. Doesn't show true to color. It was like an emerald green. That's okay. It's still lovely. You guys should come into Discord because I leave these show and tells up for a good... Well, now you'll get them for a full month. You liked it already? She knows. But you guys should look at the detail on these because they're really beautiful. This is lovely op. Vicky made a cardigan and a hat for a friend of your niece who adopted a baby girl just after Christmas. Congratulations to your niece. What a wonderful thing. Oh, this is a sweet little set too. I love the purple and white together with the little flower up on the hat. Do you guys know, I think I prefer crocheted rib stitch to knitted rib stitch. And I'm a fan of rib stitch in general. But for sleeves, there's something about a crocheted rib stitch sleeve. It's just so good. It's my favorite part of my crocheted sweater. Just a long project. I will keep that in mind. Bubbles, recently finished projects. Petal Party and Fairy Farts. The Musselburgh hat and some purpley yarns bought on a field trip with friends to Denver last year. Gratefully Oregon cow. Still needs to block and graft from a previous Rose City yarn crawl. Okay, so Petal Party and Fairy Farts. I love this, and I'm so happy you've made it because it's so stinking pretty. Like, I'm proud of that yarn, and I am proud of your work on it. It's so beautiful. You make my yarn look so pretty. Thank you. You're so damn talented and fast. Everybody has been making this hat. I love this hat. Wild Knits had this hat in Kitty Glitter Soot, and it is the most punk rock hat in Kitty Glitter Soot I've ever seen, and I'm going to make it in that. I made it in some other colorways. I love the pattern. I didn't like the hat when I finished it because I didn't like the yarn I used. It wasn't my yarn. It was a long story. Anyway, they double held Kitty Glitter, and it looked really good. I love this version. I like that you've got the purple coming up further than the lighter color, so you get that rib or that rim. I think that's really neat. It's a great idea. If you haven't checked this pattern out, it's great. It's got a million different sizes and ways to make it in there. It fits any shape head, and it's like a, I don't know how to explain it, but it's two-sided. So it's like a big pouch kind of, right? And then it goes inside of itself, so it's lined basically. It's very warm. And then this is the Gratefully Oregon cow. Oh, I have never seen this one. That's a really neat pattern. They have so many really neat patterns for different Rose City yarn crawls. Like, you've got the mystery one, and then you've got a million other patterns too. Yarn Pirate made a beach bag. This bag just beaches. It's one job. It's beach. It's beautiful. I love it. When you showed this to us earlier, I was really in love with it too. The colors are just perfect. I love the blues. It looks like a body of water with sand. Like, you did a great job on this. Any yarn, any needle size will work. It's great. Yep. Vicky, I made a cardigan for my great nephew for Christmas. Cuteness overload. Oh my God, it is stinking adorable. And it matches his pants. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but you've got all that dark brown on one side and then light on the other side, and his pants do the same thing. It's amazing. Look at this. Serendipitous. Super cute. Just beach. Exactly, Coco. Thank you. I needed it from somebody. The yarn isn't the right colorway, but the original is meant to make you think of it as a PDX carpet. Oh, PDX carpet. You know, they sold pieces of that off for so much money. The original. Then they changed it. Everybody hated it, so they put it back to look like the old original. Fox Goddess made a super bulky blanket from my stash last weekend. Ooh, that looks so good. This is so bulky, in fact, that I thought you were showing us like multiple pot holders off from the side, and that they were just super thick. But no, this is a nice, chunky, thick, delightful, vertical shaped blanket, like vertically lined blanket. I love it. It's beautiful. Vicky, mosaic blanket I'm working on when Gabby isn't sleeping on it. It's also beautiful. You guys are so talented. I love the purples and the pinks in this, and your cat is so pretty. D. Renee, Colonel Clock, still in progress, and Queen Katrina. Never thought I would like making stuffies, but I'm loving the pattern. What is that noise? Weird. Even if it's not the original, I'm excited for you. Oh, is it making weird noises again? Okay, sorry about the mic, you guys. TK just let me know that we were having problems with it. Oh, these are so cute. Oh my gosh, they're so good. I love the blue and the purple with this one. Like, the colors are great. Pixie Punk. First, late January till today's finished objects. Okay. So the first is late January to today's finished objects. The second one are her 5 whips. And the third is plants for eating and making tea. Ooh. Hot mic, hot mic. I know, right? Can't help ourselves. We got to have issues. I see a tin can knits. It's beautiful. Your sweater turned out so great. And I love your little dishcloth here. Or your pot holder, rather. They look fantastic. And then we've got here, works in progress. Looks like you got some cows. Lovely. I love the colors. I don't know what this is. Is this a cow too? But I like the pink on it. And then the plants for eating and for tea. We got some peppermint and spearmint, lemon balm, lavender. Oh, these are great. It's that time, you guys. I'm getting so excited. Carmen, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose it. Seriously. I've been working on this embroidery sample again. I've also been making an I-cord with this fun tool. This I-cord was made from BK yarn left over from another project, and I plan to weave with it eventually. My newest hobby is making jewelry, and I just love it. This is gorgeous. You're so multi-level talented. Like, this is beautiful. I am mesmerized by this. I want this. Like, I would pay good money for this. It's so pretty. I've seen these I-cord tools everywhere. I know a little Nitty's holding it, carrying them now. I really want to pick one up. I think they're super neat. I can't wait to try them out. I love the I-cords. They look great. It looks like you got some Balrog in there, some Tea Time, and some Victoria. I think I remember what pattern that was from, too. I can't wait to see it woven up. What a great idea. Like, people see things like this and they think, oh, I can do an I-cord for the, end of a pattern. And there are people like you who are like, I can make a bunch of I-cord yarn and use it in weaving or something else or knit with it. Like, you can do so much with this tool. It's just really cool. And then your jewelry. Oh, it's so good. It reminds me of raver jewelry. Candy, when I was a kid. Well, teenager. I only went to one rave. We're not talking about that. This is lovely. I love the flowers. I love it all. It's so good. It's from Drop Cloth Samplers. I'm going to copy that and save it. Give me 1 second, see if it'll let me do that. Don't know if it will. Copy current. Nope, whatever. I'll remember it, though. Let's see. Brizzing Flames. I'm working on 2 sweaters with the same pattern, one for a kid and an adult large. Ooh, I love that red. It's very tweedy. And then here's the other one. Oh, and it changes colors. This is gorgeous. Love the raglan sleeves. JK, rock tumbling for the first time. It's the first tumble, so not shiny, just less sharp. Vorian decided, or dressed in the kids.
I'm going to Harbor Freight. I'm going to get one.
Just use Dad's. Turtle jacket, current spin project. Working my way through 4 K-pop colorways in Rambouillet. Planning to apply them together possibly for the Traveler shawl. My dad and my brother have a tumbler and they love it. These look beautiful. TK really wants one. I think Ginger does that stuff too. Ordered a couple of the iCord tools from Size Inclusive Collective today. Excellent. Just different constructions of tops. That's really cool, Pixie. Oh my gosh, Maureen, you're so damn cute. That's too good. Oh my goodness. And then here we are with your K-pop spinning. This is beautiful. Minichi. It's so pretty. I really like this color right here. The third one over from the third one on the right hand side. So second one in. It's beautiful. I can't wait to see it when it's all completed. Oh, I spy a Boss Kitty taupe. How I disappear, working on my wig for my wife's 50th Mrs. Roper era party. That's right. I'll post finished wig after the party as I'm still working on it. It looks so stinking amazing though. What a great idea. I never would have thought to use a fishnet cap for that, but that's brilliant. It makes perfect sense. Oh, it's going to look so good. Melanie, scrap blanket and mushroom earrings. I love the scrap blanket. Super cozy. Right? I think it's K-drama because we were talking about K-drama before. Although my stepkids are obsessed with K-pop. Look at these mushrooms, you guys. They're so cute. I love... Which ones are my favorite? These blue-green ones up here are my favorite. It's been your knitting bag this week. Aw, all the love. Wisdom Queen started learning spinning. It's going difficultly. Wisdom Queen has been borrowing my Lundrum, and I need to go over there and help out because it's a difficult wheel to use. I'm going to bring my Sparrow over so you can check that out too, because I think maybe if you can just practice drafting for a while, it might help. Because she can definitely be temperamental, but you're doing a great job. Throwback Thursday. Oh, literally Thursday because the kitty cat's name is Thursday. It's so cute. Elizabeth 84, adding my current whip. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I love when you guys do the stuff that's got like the metal black in there or the dark colors that go through it. K-dramas on Netflix. We kind of knew what you meant. Well, I guess if we were patrons, we know what you meant because we talked about K-dramas during our last craft night. Your weaving adventures. You want to buy a table loom now, and no brains, just vibes. Pick up Charlie for TK. Oh, this is beautiful. Sadly, I have to give my table loom back to my mom. She has a project she wants to work on, so I will not be able to weave anytime soon. But TK promised he'll pick me up one sooner rather than later. I just sped through those. I'm sorry. This is lovely. I actually really love all the texture on this one and the colors. It's my favorite of the 3. But this is really neat too and takes a lot of thought. Oh, these are beautiful, Coco. I love the hearts. So cute. Charlie with his little tongue out. So adorable. Emma, I started my spindle spun acrylic blanket in seed stitch. I'm just going to add the yarns in as I finish them. Also started my son's garter blanket. He plans on taking it to college in 2 years at the University of Iowa, so there will be some Iowa colors in there somewhere. Yeah, so Emma spun this up, you guys, and it looks so good. You should pop into Discord and take a look at the stitches here. They're so even and pristine, and the yarn, you couldn't tell that it's hand spun. Other than the fact that it has that homey feel to it. It's beautiful. Forgot when I got my Doctor Who yarn, I took a pic of me covered in it and tried to send it to a boyfriend and actually sent it to your boss. That's amazing. You guys, what a great show and tell. Oh my gosh, it was so good to see all of your work. It's so beautiful. You guys just blow my mind every time. So this is the exciting part about having a monthly knit along or live stream is hopefully I will have finished this by next month. I mean, I'm not holding my breath, but it's a good possibility. So maybe I can wear it for the next show. So yeah, we have a lot coming and a lot that we're getting ready for. So make sure you're following us on YouTube. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and on Facebook. Technically, you can be a free member on Patreon. Sometimes we will post things for everybody on Patreon to see, but most stuff is still for paid patrons. So if you want to join Patreon, I'm losing my voice, sorry. If you want to join Patreon, go over to patreon.com/bosskitty and you can sign up. We have a box set coming. It's Jim Henson inspired. Very excited about that. Keep your eyes open for more information about that. Discord will also constantly have information. It's our strongest community space. We're going to have more floof colorways coming. Whew, there's so much going on. You guys are going to get vlogs. You're going to get tutorials. You're going to get shorts. You're going to get it all. And we love you guys, and we really just want to shake it up. So our next live, I think, I have to confirm with TK. They're always going to be on Fridays. Fridays work best for everybody because everybody can usually stay up a little later. I suspect our next one is going to be probably like the 22nd, March 22nd. That's my guess. Maybe even March 15th. The reason I'm sticking it in the middle of the month instead of the end is because our April live is going to be on the 5th, and that's going to be for the drop party. So I don't want to have them back to back like that for you guys, because then you'll go a bunch of time without one. So I think that we'll probably do one in the middle of next month. So 15th or the 22nd. I'll confirm that down for you. You guys will have a new schedule in Discord at the beginning of March. We're going to post a new schedule each month. You can check that out in the Boss Kitty schedule area. It might get updated throughout the month like it did for February. It really just depends, but that's where you can find out what's going on. We love you guys. Hello, Elena. Thank you. You want to buy more floof? No idea how to spin. So like I said earlier, if you're a patron, our next craft night, which will be at the beginning of March, that one for sure will be, that one's easy. I can tell you that will be March, I say it's easy, and then I go, that'll be March 8th. That way we're not back to back. So that'll be March 8th. March 8th will be our next craft night, and that's for patrons only. So if you sign up as a patron, paying patron, then you can be part of the craft night. It's just to get along in Discord, and we're going to have the people who have drop spindles and spinning wheels and are afraid to use them or are having problems. We're going to have them bring those with them so that we can maybe help them out. You don't have to. It's not necessary, but there's the option for you to have your camera on. There's the option for you to actually chat with your microphone. It's not led by anybody. It's just a hangout, and it's so much fun. So bring your spinning to that so that I can help you out. JK can help you out. Knit and Craft can help you out. You won't be there. That's okay. We'll still figure it out together, okay? We do have the drop spindle tutorial that came with your guys' drop spindle kits. We're gonna have more drop spindle and spinning tutorials that come out, so look for those because those will be available to everybody. I love you guys so much. This community makes me so happy, and I'm so excited to go on this new journey with all of you. And so we want feedback. Make sure you give that to us. We're always active in Discord, so definitely make sure you are. I will see you guys in a few weeks. It's been a blast. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. And you guys are all so beautiful. TK says I need to come up with a different sign off. I don't have one right now. So I love you all, and I'm going to stick with happy crafting for now. We'll come up with something different though. Good night, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.